welcome to Pontiac, Illinois. It's the season opener, franchise opener, and of course home opener for the Pontiac 66ers as the Gateway Steam comes a-calling here in Midwest professional basketball. Along with Bob Miner, I'm Tim Scott, and welcome this afternoon, and this ought to be an exciting one, and a new franchise in town here in Pontiac, Illinois, and of course a part of the 17 member here, Bob, and the Gateway Steam, and we're about 7 minutes away here from the start of this one. And again, fans are anxious. I know the players are anxious. Hey, we're anxious, for crying out loud.
Very, very anxious, and good to see a nice turnout out here. You know, a lot of fans still rolling in, but we had a little offering to the kids in town who got in free. Like to see a lot of them out here, and good to see the Pontiac team come out and they threw out some shirts to the youngsters and get them all excited as well.
No doubt about it. The Gateway Steam, coached by Coach Milton Stith, and of course Darrell Robinson, and has some local tie-ins here to the Pontiac and Central Illinois area. He's the head coach of the Pontiac 66ers, and he coached the same Steam team a year ago. So again, this is about player development of minor league basketball, player development, community interaction, and of course trying to win a ball game as well.
Absolutely, and like you say, this team from last year could be a whole different team, but whether they're running the same type of offensive sets and playing the same defense is yet to be seen. But I think it's a fresh start for both teams, and we'll see what kind of offense and defense they both run.
We'll get lineups to you here in a moment or two, but of course for the roster, when you're talking the 66ers, you're talking Jake Anderson. Jake Anderson, the kind of the veteran, if you will, of the group, if you want to describe him as such. He had a cup of coffee with the Chicago Bulls. He was in their training facility before being cut prior to the season. Also played on the same Steam team a year ago under Coach Robinson, so they have history there. And he's kind of, I know, I've been watching practice this week, kind of the vocal leader and trying to coordinate and head the 66er activity on the court there.
Yep, Jake Anderson, he's 6'2", 205 pounds. Went to school at Iowa State. Hometown is Chicago. He had a couple of big games, scored a lot of points. He's a guard for the 66ers, and look for him to run the show when they get rolling.
66 roster has a little bit of local flavor here if you're familiar with Central Illinois. And I'm speaking of Kenny King and Dimitri Griggs. They are from the Bloomington Normal area. Again, part of the scene here for the 66ers. And for the Gateway Steam, their lineup obviously out of St. Louis, and their roster is filled with the St. Louis area. I was talking with Coach Stith prior to the game, and again, he likes his kids, and you can imagine a ton of athletes, a ton of physical play on the field. I talked to Coach Robinson and his group, and I said, Coach, how you describe your team? Versatile and athletic, and I think that's probably the case for both teams.
I think you're exactly right. I think every team in the league is going to be very athletic. They try out for these teams, so they're picking the cream of the crop. I did look down both lineups. They're both very guard-oriented, 6'2", 6'3", start 4 guards and then a forward-type center. So I look for a very high, fast-paced game out of both teams here.
No doubt about it, and again, first time, it's the franchise opener, home opener here, and I know the powers to be here for the Pontiac 66ers. They are trying to get community involvement, and from the turnout of the crowd here, and you'll get a chance to see it throughout the broadcast, and what you're seeing right now, this is the home of Pontiac Township High School, a small rural community here in Central Illinois, but rich in basketball heritage. They do support winning basketball, good basketball, and I suspect this is going to be a nice match and marriage here for this community and surrounding area as well as the 66ers.
I think you're right, and Pontiac being right on 55, which is the main road between Chicago and St. Louis, it's easy to get there, and like you say, a lot of history here with basketball and a big tournament they have here, and I think they'll support this team and come from anywhere from the radius of Chicago to St. Louis here.
No doubt about it. I-55, I-55 corridor certainly is just right off the interstate there, just about 35 miles north of Bloomington Normal, about 100 miles south of Chicago, if you want to know where Pontiac, Illinois is. All right, we're going to take a break here. We're going to come back. We'll get lineups, and we'll get the officials introduced, and we're going to be set for basketball. Again, you are listening and watching the MPBA basketball on mpba.tv.
No more, it's none of my business.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, not my problem.
No more, she was flirting with him.
No more, she was asking for it.
No more, boys will be boys.
No more, I'll say something next time.
No more bystanding.
No more ignorance.
No more excuses.
No more.
Look at dude right here in them tight old slacks. Oh, look at that hairline, man. It's way pushed back. And that tie's mad ugly. It's a horrible pick. Somebody get me some pills. This dude is making me sick. True that. All right. Got it. Okay.
Hold on to my clean shirts and please don't get them dirty, cause I know you're gonna drool when you hear me getting wordy. Cause I'm a walking, talking, smacking human encyclopedia. You thought I'd stop there, but now I'm getting greedier. I'm a promotion in motion, and by now you got the notion that I got strategic plans coming out my ears. My key points and decks will bring y'all to tears. Turning pennies into dimes, I shift paradigms. But how you gonna let a marketing rep rip your rep and slip adept rhyme schemes in that your mind only dreams in? I bet you all wonder why my rhyme is so tight. I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Thanks.
Stay smart. Stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
Introductions to you as far as the lineups are concerned here. Again, the Pontiac 66ers, they are the home team. And, of course, on the road coming in from St. Louis up I-55 here in Illinois. Speaking of the St. Louis Gateway Steam. Again, coached by Milton Stith, as well as Darrell Robinson, the head coach of the Pontiac 66ers, as they are introduced here on the floor to the fans here at Pontiac Township High School. Let's get the lineup set for you. First of all, for the visitors, the Gateway Steam. And they will have the guard play of Bryant Allen. He's a 6-footer, an ex-Illinois State University Redbird, by the way, just down the road. And also Nicholas Reed will be one of those guards, 6'4" out of Forest Park Community College. The front line for the Gateway Steam will include Lionel Johnson, 6'2" out of Missouri Western University. Connell Crossland, a 6'7" out of Texas Christian University, TCU there. A frogged horn is Crossland. And rounding up the lineup, I guess the post player, the 4 or 5 slot, if you will, for NBA lingo there. And that is Brent Shuck. Shuck, 6'8" from Emporia State University. And now for your 66ers. As the spotlight will shine and the lights are off here. One of those starters for the 66ers. As you hear the music and the introductions here in the background. And the PA system from behind. This is pretty cool stuff here. For the franchise opener, home opener. As well as, of course, season opener. Garrett Jefferson, one of those guards for Coach Robinson's group out of the University of Hawaii, a Rainbow Man. And there's Jake Anderson. Anderson, the leader of this particular group. Who knows how long he might be here. Out of Iowa State University. At center, Joel Clark from New York. And from the University of Missouri, Kansas City. And that's Thomas Staten. Staten, one of the frontliners for Coach Robinson. And rounding up that lineup is the guard forward, if you will, 3-4 slot. And that is Alfonso Houston. So once again, for the 66ers, we have Anderson, Jefferson at the guard, Houston, Staten, and Clark on that front line. And again, for the Gateway Steam, Allen and Reed and Johnson, a 3-guard tandem, if you will, more so than that front line I spoke of, along with Crossland and Shuck. So, Bob, we are set to go. A couple of rule changes want to add to the folks viewing in, and that is, of course, these are by NBA rules, with the exception in the NBA they shoot on the 5th foul of each quarter. That is the 6th foul, team foul. Then the 1-on-1 is, I should not say 1-on-1, the penalty is in effect, and also a couple of timeouts in the 2nd and 4th quarter, mandatory media timeouts they will not be taking. The officials for today's game will be Dan Beecham along with Mike Bubiak and Ronnie Jones, familiar name right there. So we'll re-jump, as you might. And we are setting to go, and the tip controlled by the Steam, and they'll push it across. Allen, first possession of the new year. Poked away from Jefferson from behind for the 66er, but retained possession. Allen down the lane. Stolen on the play, near steal on the play. Scramble for the loose ball. Poked away the 66ers. Inside. Jefferson, and just like that, pretty good D out of the gate out of the 66ers.
Very good. They're picking them up all up and down the floor. Good save there on the baseline. Just a poke tap, and they got the outlet for the easy bucket.
Trying to post inside. Allen will reload the offense. 3 ball, knocking it down with the ease.
Brent Shuck for 3.
Brent Shuck.
Brent Shuck, the center, 6'8", nice shot.
And stolen on the play. Pull-up J will not go, cleaned out. And last touched by the Steam. Early turnover, but the 66ers dodge a bullet. We're tied, beg your pardon, 3-2 early lead out of the Steam. This is Anderson. Jefferson needs some help. Backdoor cut, throws it away. And Shuck comes up with the steal.
Oh, great.
Down the lane, easy, just like that. That's Johnson.
Yep, from Reed. Reed had the 2 good defensive plays to cause 2 turnovers.
Anderson to the rack, good dish. Extra pass. In the paint, off glass, will not go. Jefferson put back.
Now that's where you stay with it. Garrett Jefferson, all in one motion. Rebound and layup.
And Jefferson with 2 early field goals. Steam by 1. Stripped on the play. Long 3, short. Sixers, well, they tried to corral it. Anderson lost it. And a 3 is answered right there. Bryant Allen.
Bryant, he's also the one that caused the turnover. Good to see him get an open look after making the steal.
8-4 Steam. 9:33 in the first quarter. We had a foul on the play.
We're going to see our first free throw. Looks like, is that a new mark on the floor there? The three-point line is...
Yep, you might see quite a few. That's the NBA 3, of course, at 23-9 Bob's referring to. As you're watching this is the home for the Pontiac Township High School girls in basketball. This is the high school here, so the basketball court is marked with high school markings, and of course a little refurbished there for the 66ers. And again, 19-9 is the high school 3, and of course at the pro level, 23-9. This is Houston for a couple. Can't connect on the first. Eight for the Steam. Second one. So 1 of 2. Quickly with the answer, in and out. And that's Clark cleans it up to Anderson. 1 and done on that trip down. He's been hot. Wow. Continues to stay out. Jefferson with the 3, and he's got 7 of the 8.
We got a good battle there with the 2 number 10s.
And that's, Bob, you're referring to Clark, or big pardon, Bryant right there.
Bryant Allen just took it in with the left hand. He had Garrett Jefferson all over him. Good steal again.
That's Allen picks his pocket. 3 ball. Oh, nails it.
I tell you, he's caused 4 turnovers in about 5 trips, and he scored on 3 of them.
13-8, this Gateway Steam. Oh, and pretty move inside, can't finish. Cleaned up by the Steam, they want to run. These are athletes at its best.
Well, I think the 66ers down there were, the guy with the ball, he's way ahead of his teammates, and there's nobody there for the miss.
That was Shuck right there, picked up the personal. And we got a lineup change here. Sam Wadrago's in for the Steam. Looks like Riggs is in for the 66ers. I beg your pardon, that's Hammonds is in the lineup, and Marseille's in the lineup there. Jeremy Marseille and Marcus Hammonds in the lineup here for the 66ers. 13-8 at the 8:28 mark of the first quarter. And it has been the Bryant Allen show, the ex-Redbird. 8 of the 13. Answering for the 66ers, Jefferson has 7 of the 8 here in the early going.
Work it inside this trip.
Oh, Wadrago, stripped from behind. Good defense out of the 66ers. That's Marseille. To the rack, layup. Got it.
Thomas State, and just showing his athletic ability there. Now we get a steal.
That's Hammonds. Yep. Hammonds picks the pocket on the ensuing play. Jeremy Marseille inside. No, but there's a foul, and Marseille will go to the free throw line.
It looks like Coach Robinson has said, let's just pound this ball inside a few times and see what kind of success we can have, and it's paying off.
Officials are talking to getting that cleaned up. He's trying to pick up what they were saying.
Not sure. But we're going to see Marseille, Jeremy Marseille, 6'8". We're going to see his free throw stroke here.
Sam Wadrago is the one that picked up the personal inside, and Jeremy's making his presence felt early. Misses the first of 2.
Well, Hammonds had the nice steal out here about the three-point line, then fed it down inside to Marseille.
As anybody might know, boy, Marseille cannot connect on either one of those. Rosters are always a changing. There's a strip, a steal. Houston had it, then he lost control, but poked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Steam. Rosters are always fluid in the minor league world of basketball, and Hammonds that you just referred to, Bob, he just became available and was in Pontiac just the other day, so he's only been with the team a couple of days and working out the kinks, but so far making a presence. This is Staith, and before he can get the shot off, there's a foul against the Steam.
Yeah, well, these teams, like you say, this is the first game for everybody, and some have been here and some haven't been together for a while. It's going to take them a couple quarters here to really feel each other out.
Nicholas Reed picked up that personal, his first.
Yeah, they're really fighting to get open there in this out-of-bounds play. Kind of had a three-way intersection there where they were setting some screens, and Ronnie Jones got somebody with a grab.
Well, they're going to go with a couple of free throws there, okay? And Marcus Hammonds knocks down the first of two.
Into the game for Gateway, number 30, Terrell Williams.
Terrell Williams in for the Steam.
I was talking with Coach Robinson, and of course he coached this team. Second one up and good. And the Sixers pull within one. Down the lane. That's good. And there's a three. Johnson with the three. They've been hot from the perimeter so far. With the answer, Hammond, beg your pardon, that was Staten. Thomas Staten with the outside shot. No, but we got a foul underneath.
I think they got Wadrago, who just checked in.
That's the fourth against
Wadrago.
Yeah, Wadrago there. He's got two early ones. Let's see, he's going to have to go back to the bench. That's the fifth against the team. So the next foul, we got the penalty situation. And ball slapped out of bounds. And
I think he got away with he poked that from behind. I think he's saying, okay, I got to be careful there.
6'10", 220-pounder is Wadrago. Ooh, near steal, but Houston picks it up here in the backcourt. And they'll go in the attack down by 4.
I think they're going to get Johnson on that foul. Johnson nearly had the steal here, then got up and a little too tight for the official there.
There's no doubt the Steam is the more trying to impose themselves on the defensive end. The kids have got to adapt. I was talking with Ed Schumer, the commissioner, and he'll be on at halftime with us for an interview of the MPBA. Houston hits the first of two. And he said, sometimes it's a little bit of a you got to adapt to the officials. They're not going to change. They've been instructed how to do it, and these are a veteran group of officials, and kids got to adapt, and we'll see how that does as Houston misses the second of two.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a whole different game in the second half than the first half.
Williams, nice kick, and dish, and score.
Well, there's looked like a veteran team right there. Looked like one knew where the other should be and was.
Broke it down, and Anderson with the touch. And Anderson will go right back to the line for the and one there. They're going to count that on the continuation. Folks, this is the NBA, so to speak, as far as the rules and such. So, of minor league basketball, the MPBA.
Well, that was Anderson, and he about had his legs taken out from under him and continued on in the paint and made the floater.
And Coach Stiff's going to have to go to the bench because that's Wadrago's third personal. He might very well be done for the half.
He picked those up in a 3-minute window.
Anderson converts on the three-point play. In traffic, no, but a foul. And the steam will go up. Boy, Coach Stiff is none too pleased with his kid's execution, but he's got to be a little happy. They're up by 2 at the moment. Then they get a chance to maybe extend it to 4.
Well, Brandon Goss has shown where, he's not settling for the outside shot. He's taking it right at the rim both last 2 trips.
Goss and Williams, those were the 2 veterans, if you will, that was on the Steam roster a year ago that Coach Robinson coached. That was the 2 that was coming back that him and I were talking a couple days ago. They cannot convert, only of 1 or 2. Steam up by 3. In traffic.
He had his shot blocked. Just showed the strength right there to get it back.
All of a sudden, Anderson with 5 in the quarter. And again, this is the closest the Sixers have been. That man quiet this time from the perimeter. That was Allen. Hammonds for a three in the lead, can't connect. A long board, and they want to push, does the Gateway Steam. Lost the handle. Anderson the other way. He is strong inside. There's the move, the kick. And before the shot, I think they stepped on the baseline.
Yeah, he did. That's Austin Hill for the 66ers.
Before we go any further, we got a timeout, media timeout. It is the Steam up by 19-18 over the homestanding 66ers. This is MPBA basketball on MPBA.tv. And welcome back here to Pontiac Township High School, Pontiac, Illinois. And again, this is the home of the Pontiac 66ers. Bob entertaining first part of the quarter here, 19-18. Fans are getting their money's worth, and press with steam on the road out of St. Louis. On the attack, in the lane, no, but they'll go back to the free throw line. And they've been the aggressors so far this first quarter, but 66ers are hanging around.
Well, 66ers have made up a little ground since Brian Allen went to the bench. Brian Allen for the Steam had just a hot start, and then he's been sitting here the last couple minutes.
Well, Good was the one got fouled. He's at the line, misses the first of two. I believe that's Dimitri Riggs out of Bloomington, Illinois, that picked up the personal foul. Good makes the second. And his team enjoy a 2-point lead. Anderson crossing that timeline. Anderson, a little isolation. Anderson in traffic, won't go. Marseille's hammered on the play, and Jeremy will go right back to that free throw line. He is one of those active, versatile bigs that Coach Robinson just loves.
6'8", 225, just goes to the rim when the ball's put up. He's come down with a few big rebounds here in the first quarter.
And this time Jeremy connects. He was there previously, but missed both of his attempts.
Yep, just his first point of the game.
Been
Trying
active
to tie
on those boards. Second one, no. Scramble, long rebound, back in the hand of Marseille, in traffic, won't go. Still working hard, and his work is paid off. Steam couldn't corral the rebound, and they'll stay with the 66ers.
Looked like that shot went off the palm of his hand versus the fingertips. Just didn't quite have control of it.
5:33 here in the first quarter. Hammond's on the attack, in traffic, will not go, and cleaned up nicely by the Gateway Steam, and then there's a foul.
Well, again, looks like the 66ers game plan right now is to take the ball to the rim.
14 foul charge Pontiac.
That was the fourth against the team, so on the no free throws here. Yeah, double dribble, a rare
kind of
miscue out front. Who was that? That was
Terrell
Williams.
Williams.
Sure was.
Uncontested. I think he just lost the handle. Kind of grabbed it and then put it on the floor again. He knows it.
So Anderson and the 66ers a chance to take the lead on this trip. Inside layup. Smooth assist out of Hammonds. And Marcelo with the bucket. Oh, answering on the other end, just like that. That's Bryant.
Just came right back. Now a steal. And
another steal. And that basket is by Johnson. I think Kenny King's going to get in the lineup here. All of a sudden, ball handling. Turnovers, a little bit of an issue here for the 66ers. They owned a brief 1-point lead, now down by 3.
I'm not sure that was touched at all. No, it wasn't. Another turnover by the 66ers. Just when they make their run and take a little bit of a momentum lead, and they turn the ball over a couple times.
So the Gateway Steam a chance to extend their 3-point advantage. You got to remember all these teams as Chuck commits another unforced error there for the Steam. That's back-to-back turnovers and 2 successive trips. These kids have not been together that long, probably a week to 10 days tops, in trying to put together these teams. Down the rack, in traffic, wave it off, offensive foul.
Pretty good D again. That's Terrell Williams stepping in front of him, taking the charge there. The Steam has Bryant Allen back in.
That's his first.
And Bryant, he caused 4 or 5 turnovers when he was in there. Let's see what he does.
That was Austin Hill with that offensive foul. Oh, wow. And 1. Oh, acrobatic move out of Terrell Williams. My goodness.
I think he tried that exact move a couple minutes ago in this quarter. But that one he was able to kiss off the glass and dropped it in.
Foul number 22.
Let's see who picked up that personal foul. I missed that inside, but to the line will be Williams. And cannot convert on that 3-point. And Riggs comes out of there, and he wants to run. Almost threw it away, but Hammonds corrals it. Errant pass, stripped. Steam's going to get an easy one. That's Johnson.
Running the floor was rewarded. A great look. Found him.
And Coach Robinson has seen enough. This is a 20-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Right here. 4:01 to go here. First quarter, high-scoring affair, 28-21. This is a 8-0 run out of the Steam.
Yeah, I think weren't the 66ers up a point?
Yeah, they were up 21-20, and then all of a sudden the turnover bugaboo, and some of that's good pressure defense out of the Gateway Steam.
Yeah, the long arms, the quickness. You know, they just had the right mix in there and turned the ball over about 3 times back to back to back. They're going to back off a little bit here. They were pressuring the inbound pass. They're going to pick them up about half court now.
Coach Robinson trying to regroup his kids. Backdoor cut. He was expecting Hill, was Riggs. Another turnover. And here's a steal by Hammonds to the rack.
That's a pretty move right there. Adjusted, took the big step and a half and laid it in.
3 ball short. And saved. Yep, right in the hands, though, of Hammonds of the 66ers. And then another steal. Layup. Pretty move right there in traffic. Bryant.
Well, Coach Robinson jumped up in the air there. Was not happy with that.
Turnovers has been the problem so far for the 66ers. They're down by 7. This is Hill. Pull up 3. Rimming no. Cleaning it up. Gateway. That's a short 3 ball, but a second chance opportunity. And Payne, no. In and out. The 3 wouldn't go, and this time it's Joel Clark with the board for the 66ers. And then we got a foul on the other end here.
Well, Tim, I'm sure the 66ers are going to look at this first quarter and say, of all the turnovers they had and still only down what they're down is amazing.
Well, we're going to take a break. We got another media timeout. It is the Gateway Steam out of St. Louis 30 and the Pontiac 66ers 23. You are watching MPBA basketball on mpba.tv.
There he goes again, mixing sauces. Hot barbecue to Parmesan garlic and back again. You're not on the same page of the playbook, are you? It's time to speak up. Next time Loverboy goes to mix, set him straight.
We're gonna stop mixing sauces now, okay? Thank you.
Grab a seat. The game is on.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
And off the timeout, this is Tim Scott along with Bob Miner. Coach Robinson, he didn't talk long to his team. He talked briefly. He's back out in the court. I guarantee you, he is none too pleased with his ball handling ability that his kids have not handled so far here this afternoon.
You're exactly right. Doesn't take long to say, take care of the ball. What else do you say? You know, like I say, they're lucky to be in this game the way they've turned the ball over.
We got opportunity. We'll get you some of those numbers here at the quarter break. This is Austin Hill makes the first and rimming the second. So this is Bob described. Hanging around, though. Only down by 5, the 66ers. Ooh, scramble on the loose ball. Picking it up. Bounce pass. Gorgeous catch out of Hill. Swing back. Clark, layup, missed it. Oh, and then too hot a pass out of Kenny King there.
Well, as you saw, they're just athletic ability out of 3 guys there. Just to catch the ball was showing great hands.
There's that man, Bryant Allen.
It's been his quarter.
Certainly has. He's got 10 in the ball game to lead all scorers. 10 in the quarter.
And he's shown that he can shoot the long ball or he can take it to the rim.
He has certainly been their leader so far. 10 of the 32 out of the Illinois State University grad, Bryant Allen. Of course, we're right here in Redbird territory here in central Illinois. And local fans certainly will remember that young man.
Into the game for Pontiac, number 35.
Thomas Staten is back in the lineup. Clark will have a seat here for the 66ers.
Well, the 66ers have also missed quite a few free throws. We'll get those stats for you when we can. Missed another one.
Yep, Jefferson, but he does get his putback, pull up, 15 rimming in and out. That's a tough shot. And with 2 minutes to go here in the quarter, opening lap, 32-25, Gateway Steam. Allen. Ball screen up top, frees up for the 3, couldn't connect. And Hill wants to push it. Scoop, layup won't go. Lit on the basket. Numbers. Missed it. And Hill of the 66ers, and they'll slow it down. Will Pontiac. Still down 7. 1:21 to go in the first quarter. Another turnover. And then the Steam filling giving gives it right back. And finally,
it's Austin Hill.
Yep, Hill knocks it down. And I believe that's going to be a blocking foul. It is. It's going to go against Jefferson of the 66ers.
Oh, he had Brandon
Jefferson,
Goss
yep.
with a head of steam.
Both teams in the bonus, or in the penalty, I should say. Beg your pardon.
Shooting 2, Brandon Goss, 24.
First of 2 is good. That's Brandon Goss. The lefty. One more opportunity. In and out. So the lead will stay at 6.
1 minute left in the quarter. 1 minute.
I just heard Coach Stith say we should be up by 30.
I would agree with you.
And he has not been, even though they've caused some turnovers, he still isn't too happy with the way they've handled the ball themselves.
Well, Hill's going to go to the line there. He tried to split 2 defenders. And Hill connects on the first of 2. Austin Hill, 6'7", 220-pounder out of Huntington College. That's in Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, his hometown. Couldn't connect on the second, and then the Steam just throw it away. Boy, both teams sloppy here in this first quarter. And that's some of that to be expected.
We did kind of expect a lot of free throws. We're seeing that as well.
This is Jefferson trying to create. And I think Kenny King just stepped out of bounds on the base or on the sideline there. Sure did. Another turnover. This is Boyd with it. Stripped, loose, picked up. Jefferson, no, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Credit him with the steal down here. Just great defense at the other end.
You got the ball, you better protect it. There are quick hands on the court right now.
The Steam usually has a guard out front and then clears the paint and waits for things to happen, where the 66ers are sending guys through and cutting through and playing a lot of inside game.
I think Miles Harvell's in the lineup. Harvell missed 2 more free throws, but on a pretty kiss off the glass. That's Austin Hill. Hill's provided a spark off the bench here. And only down 3 of the 66ers. Shot won't go. Staten needs some help. That man, Hill, can't connect though on that jumper from the elbow.
Looked pretty good. Great steal again.
Jefferson. Oh,
there we go. Garrett Jefferson again. He stole the ball right here in front, took it right to the rim, was contested. A 2-hand slam.
The Rainbow Man comes up with a tomahawk jam and 1.
Just started with his defense again. Just pressure, pressure, pressure. Doing a great job for the 66ers.
Garrett Jefferson.
6'3", out of Hawaii.
Yep. And can't convert on the 3-point play. And that's the way the quarter will end.
After 1 quarter.
Well, Jefferson provided some dramatic theater on the court there in the final moments and pulls the 66ers within 1. It's the Gateway Steam 33 and the Pontiac 66ers 32 at the end of 1 on MPBA Basketball and MPBA.TV.
Boys will be boys.
Well, she was drunk.
Well, he was drunk.
She was asking for it.
He warned her.
Not my problem.
Why doesn't she just leave? But he's such a nice guy.
He said he was sorry.
We don't talk about that. It's just the way people are.
We're never going to fix it.
No more excuses.
No more silence.
No more violence.
It's time to end domestic violence and sexual assault once and for all.
All right, started the second quarter here, 33-32. We'll get some numbers here for you. Highly entertaining first quarter, a little sloppy as we described. And the 66ers on the attack. And before we go any further, might have to reset the shot clock. I think that was a... Again, with the shot clock, 24-second shot clock. And at the moment, these are portable shot clocks here at Pontiac.
Set them at 19.
Yep. And barely got it in before the 5-second count started the quarter. Inside wide open is Alfonso Houston.
Credit Staten with the good eyes. It's finding him.
And the 66ers take a 1-point lead. Oh, that's Houston. Good defense. They want an outlet. Numbers. Kenny King got caught inside.
Kind of lost his balance there.
Threw it away. Stripped from behind. Corralled there by the Steam. That's Johnson. No, but the tip is home. That's Crossland, 6'7"er.
This came from the back side of the rim there as he does, crashes the boards, came right off to him.
This is Staten there, top of the key. Ooh, a lot of contact, no call. Pull up, no, wide open. Couldn't knock down the jumper. Johnson, no. Tip, yes. Well, you know, Houston was there for the 66er. I don't know who they're going to give that credit to.
I think they're going to give it to Crossland again.
Crossland, okay, back-to-back out of Crossland to start the quarter. And just like that, the Steam back up by 3. Oh, and count it.
Yes.
Yeah, and one.
Basket is good.
That is Jefferson again.
At the start of the game, we had Jefferson and Allen battling each other. Then Allen went to the bench for a while. Then he came back in, and Jefferson went out. I'm sorry. Yeah, Jefferson went out.
And Jefferson, could not finish off. He's a little frustrated there with his free throw shooting. I was going to mention Jake Anderson's been on the bench. And just like that, he's right back in the lineup.
Yeah, credit St. Louis. They've done a good job of bottling him up. He's not made a big impact just yet.
Jefferson has 11 in the ball game. And 66ers just threw it away. Another turnover. Loose on the baseline, could not convert. Hill comes up with it on the board. Coast to coast is Hill, and he's fouled on the play.
Austin Hill, yeah, I thought he looked like he was looking for somebody to dish to. Couldn't find anybody, kind of got caught in no man's land there, but was bailed out here. He's going to go to the line.
Well, he created down the lane. Free throw by Hill is good.
Into the game for your 66ers, number 50, Marcus Hammonds.
If our stats are right here, in the first quarter for the 66ers, just 9 out of 21.
9 out of 21. Now, that was at the end of the first quarter. They had 21 attempts at the line. Wow. Another. Won't convert. Anderson comes up with it for the Sixers. They want to run. Houston in the corner. Fall away. Got it.
Yeah,
with a hand in his face, Bob.
Yes, that was Crossland, and who's big and long and lanky. Shot it right over him.
Allen tries to tie it up with the 3-can, and one and done, and here comes Pontiac once again on the trip. Yeah, from downtown.
How about that shot? Austin Hill, 6'7", showing he can shoot it like a guard.
And just like that, Hill's got 12 in the game to lead the way. Boy, he's even a spark off the bench for Coach Robinson here.
And just a great touch, great rotation.
All of a sudden, the Steam's got a lid on the basket. That shot wouldn't go. Second chance, though. Allen, kick out. Baseline, yeah. Lost the handle. It looked like Carvel was going to go for the slam, but kissed it off the glass.
Well, I think Hill got a hand on it, poked that loose. Just happened to go in.
And then on the ensuing trip, I tell you, it took about a whole 4 seconds to get down the other end of the floor. And that's Jake Anderson. drawing the contact with his body, and I believe he's going to get a couple.
I think he is, yeah. Just two quick teams. They're keeping fresh legs in there. They're playing everybody, I believe, on their rosters, and they're just up and down the floor from the opening tip.
And once again, this is about developing all of your players at this level, and they're not going to say it's going to be on the floor. He will not get a couple of free throws, Will Anderson, so Sixers get it right in front of the fans there on the far side. Swinging around right in front of us, down, kissed inside, lost, and I think Riggs of the 66 is going to come up with a foul in his hustle to track down that errant pass.
They tried to bounce past that down low to Marcus Hammonds, and St. Louis did a great job of stepping in front of that pass for another turnover.
9:06, second quarter, 4-point lead. I think the official a little bit of delay, but I think they're getting the call there on Dimitri Riggs on the personal. That would be the first against the team now here in the quarter. Back door's not there, covered up nicely by Anderson. This is Shuck back out front.
Shot clock's at 6.
Yeah. And shot by Williams. A big important. Johnson won't go. No, that was Williams. I was right the first time. That man, 3-ball, not this time. Tipped out and controlled by Anderson of the 66ers. Gorgeous dish, layup, Houston.
Anderson controlled it with the left hand, then made a great pass down low to Houston, I believe.
Yep. In traffic, and we got a foul in the play. Coach Robinson, I don't know if he was pleased with his defense. I don't know if he's happy with the call, but that's the way it'll stand.
Well, there's 66ers bench is into it too. There were about 3 of them standing up there. Still are.
A little bit of a run here in the quarter by the Sixers, and they enjoy their biggest advantage, 45-39.
Steam getting their roster set here. They're in need of a bucket here. It's been a while.
Yeah, you talk about a team that seems to have controlled the entire first half, and they look up, they're down by 6.
Yep.
To the rack, baseline, excellent body control right there out of Good. Anthony Good. Anderson just threw it away. Down the middle.
There's 4 quick points, Tim, for...
Yep, Johnson with the finger roll, and just like that, they're right back at it. Only down by 2 of the Steam. Got a hand check.
A little too much there out of Johnson.
I tell you, with a blink of eye, these kids can get up and down the floor. No surprise. A little isolation move. Anderson, he wants everybody to clear out. And a little high screen and roll, but the ball was kicked right into the crowd.
It's Anthony Good guarding him. He's got the task now of keeping the pressure on Anderson, which they, like I say, have done a great job so far.
Thomas Staten back into the lineup. A nice round there for Hammonds, who's out. Marcus Hammonds, solid for the 66ers. Marseille, offensive foul. I think he threw that elbow, clearing out.
Well, he was working his way, trying to use that right hand, cleared out with the left. Yes, Marseille. 2 fouls to go with 3 points.
Kendall Boyd into the game for Gateway, number 50.
Tip won't go, and that attempted 3, but corralled by the Steam. Here's another 3. Bouncing, no. And the third opportunity. Back out front, good.
Credit
And
Williams.
they'll reload the offense.
Credit
17
Williams.
on the shot clock. You mentioned the shot clock. They've had very few chances have been underneath 10.
No.
There's a little give and go in traffic. Off the glass too hard. Hot potato inside. Ball back out. Baseline. No. That shot was Bryant. And Anderson, the 66ers down the lane. It goes. It would have gone anyway. interference.
Little stutter dribble there. He turned the speed on.
Big league move right there out of Anderson.
Sure was.
7 in the first half for him. All right, we got defensive a violation. Now remember, NBA rules here, so you have to be guarding your man to a certain extent, and I think they caught
Staten.
Yep, Staten. Thomas Staten was the guilty 66er. So that's a T, and the shot is up and good by Good. And he pulls his team within 3. 6:38. Second quarter. Sixers up by 3, 47-44. And Jeremy Marseille of the 66ers going to be called. A little bit too tight on the baseline D.
Well, this Steam works that outside perimeter of the floor here. They get 5 all the way around and then start their offense that way. They've done that the whole first half.
Joel Clark back in the lineup.
Marseille picked up his 3rd. He's going to have a seat.
This particular week, a foul away from the ball. Legal screen. That will be Kendall Boyd. It's a good thing Coach Stith has 12 on his roster. I'm telling you what, they're might need the ball boy before it's all said and done. A lot of fouls here in this first half. Houston, the 3 won't go. Clark, kick back out. Staten, covered up. Clark inside, trying to repost. Way off the mark on that 3 ball by Staten. Here comes the Steam. The advantage. Keeping that pivot foot down. Anderson for 3. Boy, he missed a wide open. He can nail those. Not this time. Advantage lob. A little bit too high as it goes in and off the wall.
Looking for Crossland coming from the back side of the rim. He's been on that side of the floor the entire first half.
And we'll take a break. Media timeout here in the second quarter. 5:50 to go before halftime. The Pontiac 66ers enjoying a 3-point advantage. You're watching MPBA basketball on MPBA.tv.
Look at dude right here in them tight old slacks. Oh, look at that hairline, man. It's way pushed back. And that tie's mad ugly. It's a horrible pick. Somebody get me some pills. This dude is making me sick. True that. All right. Okay.
Hold on to my clean shirts and please don't get them dirty, cause I know you're gonna drool when you hear me getting wordy. Cause I'm a walking, talking, smacking human encyclopedia. You thought I'd stop there, but now I'm getting greedier. I'm a promotion in motion, and by now you got the notion that I got strategic plans coming out my ears. My key points and decks will bring y'all to tears. Turning pennies into dimes, I shift paradigms. But how you gonna let a marketing rep rip your rep and slip adept rhyme schemes in that your mind only dreams in? I bet you all wonder why my rhyme is so tight. I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Thanks.
Stay smart. Stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
And welcome back. 5:50, second quarter. 47-44, the 66ers over the Steam. You know, Bob, that first half, the big turnover certainly been one of the stories. 19 in that first quarter, and we'll get an update here at half and all the halftime stats and such. But despite that, the Steam, beg your pardon, the 66ers, enjoying a 3-point advantage. They've been probably a little more guilty of those, and on that ensuing play, there's a play right there in traffic. Loose ball, jump ball, and we'll tip it up here down at the 66er end.
Yep, right here in front of us, a little bit to the left. As both coaches, you know, the first game, they're figuring it out, who plays well with who and what their rosters will be going forward as far as their offensive sets and who to have in at what points of the game, time of the game.
And Hammonds controls it. He was battler. Anderson, look at that body control down the lane.
That's pretty, and that's a tough shot. He made that a tough shot. He came from the right, went across to the left, and still laid it in with his right. Hard to describe.
You see his moves in practice and a couple he's had in his games, and you understand why he had an opportunity, and maybe again he was on that Bull roster this particular preseason. Shot won't go inside for the Steam. And drawn contact once again. Jake Anderson. So Jake Anderson showed the last 2 trips.
Well, he showed right there that he's been there because, he doesn't, a lot of kids will stop when they hear the whistle. He continues on and throws it up there, and that ball goes, he gets the continuation.
Anderson make the first of 2. That's 10 in the first half for the Cyclone of Iowa State. Second one good as well.
Just 6'2", but 205 pounds. He's solid.
Oh, that's an excellent defensive work out of the 66ers that trip down. In traffic, didn't draw the personal. And I think we got Clark, an illegal screen inside, they say, against the 66ers.
Yep, that's too bad. The 66ers had an open lane there.
For Joel, that's his first, team's third. So they've cleaned it up a little bit with fouls here in this second quarter, and they've adapted to the calls of the official. 7-point lead. We'll wipe that off. We got a foul inside against the Steam.
Well, Leonard Bryant was trying to make his move. Came from the left side there and just cleared himself a path.
So with 4:36, a long 3. Yeah, that man Hammonds.
Shown he's Austin. Yeah, Austin Hill. He's shown he's got a.
Yeah, beg your pardon. That's not Hammonds. It's Hill.
Yeah,
that's Hill.
He's who you were bragging up there earlier with the shot, and he's got a pretty one. A lot of range.
And just like that, Pontiac's up by 10.
There's an answer.
And that's Harville.
Miles Harville, 4-3.
And Harville pulls them back within 7.
Well, that's a big, big shot for them. They needed those points right there.
Hill trying to operate inside there, and a post-up move, stripped. But they'll keep it right there.
We've seen these teams just score in bunches, and no lead is comfortable.
Staten is covered up in the quarter. Clark, wheeling, dealing, kisses it off the glass to the big guy inside.
Use the left hand there. 6'10", Joel Clark.
Clark, that was his first basket. Long 3 won't go. Blocked inside. Here comes Staten for Pontiac. Dished into the corner. Anderson, wide look. No. Tip. Clark. And let's see if that went off Clark's leg. No. Last touched by the Steam.
I think Clark's eyes were huge when he got that board. Thought he was going to have a flush there from the backside, but credit Terrell Williams with the hustle for the Steam and poking that ball out of bounds.
Wait, Jake Anderson has had a couple of wide open threes, and folks, I've seen him in practice this past week. He can knock him down with the best of them. They've dodged a couple bullets. Clark from about 14, no. Hill's put back, blocked. Clark again in traffic, won't go. A little bit of a wild shot there, and finished off by the board by Crossland.
He had Shuck and Johnson all over him.
There's Shuck right there. That's a tough shot, won't go. Anderson wants to run. Anderson, pretty move in traffic.
Well, he's done
body control there, Bob.
That's where he's done his damage, not from the outside, but.
Oh, and Harville with the two-hand flush on the other end.
That quick.
Crossland. Beg your pardon,
yes.
It's Crossland.
Connell Crossland.
Stripped this time. Steam's got numbers. Blocked on the play by Staten. And they want to run. This is Hammonds with it. Need some help. 2:28, second quarter. 9-point lead by the Sixers. Trying to extend. Hill, Clark, no, but he is hung on. Forced the foul inside was Anthony Good.
Well, the 66ers had what they wanted, 6'10" against 6 foot. He only had an option there to grab the arm.
Coach Milton Stith is going to burn a timeout. It's a full. We'll take a break as well. Pontiac by 9. You're watching MPBA basketball on MPBA.tv.
Boys will be boys.
Well, she was drunk.
Well, he was drunk.
She was asking for it.
He warned her.
Not my problem.
Why doesn't she just leave?
But he's such a nice guy.
He said he was sorry.
We don't talk about that. It's just the way people are.
We're never going to fix it.
No more excuses.
No more silence.
No more violence.
It's time to end domestic violence and sexual assault once and for all.
So Joel Clark to the line. The Pontiac 66ers lead by 9. They've led it by as many as 10 a moment ago. And Clark's first of 2, short. One thing Coach Robinson's going to work on, a little bit of free throw shooting, though. That's not the 66ers. This day and age, it always seems to be a bugaboo. Clark can't connect on either one. Scramble, loose ball, great hustle out of Hill of Pontiac, and they still have the trip.
Well, the good thing, I guess, for Coach Robinson is this team is getting to the line. They've done a good job of being aggressive and taking it right at them. Just got to knock those down.
Thomas, Staten, lobbed inside. That was a tough pass. Clark couldn't come up with it. And then tipped away, controlled. Jefferson, tough 3.
2 minutes left in the quarter. 2 minutes.
There's the long arm to keep that ball alive by the 66ers.
Another 3, way off the mark, a little bit too hard. That was by Staten. He was frustrated on the miss. Tip, layup. No, clean block. I think last touched by the Steam. And Coach Stith can't believe that. He thought his young man got
clobbered.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. But the play continues. Folks, you got to be strong in this league. There's no other way to describe it.
No.
9-point lead, 134 in the quarter. Off-balance shot by Hill, couldn't convert. Tipped,
yeah, long arm.
Steal. Staten, wave it off, an offensive foul against Austin Hill of Pontiac.
Well, that's good D right there. That's Cannell Crossland again. He's 6'7", 175 is all, and he took a shot right to the chest.
Of course, this is opening weekend here for the league, for the Midwest Professional Basketball Association. And last night's action, the defending champions of Champaign Swarm at home, they came up the short end of a 131-124 loss as the Chicago Groove went on the road and picked up their first win of the campaign. We got other scores here. We'll try to get you some updates and stats and more at halftime on the ensuing play. Clark answers with a field goal, his second of the game. 11-point lead, their largest, 60 seconds to go in the quarter.
Great feed from Kenny King from half court.
And stripped but fouled inside. Now that's only the fourth against the 66ers, so they have played much better D here in the second quarter, Bob.
They have.
They've cleaned it up.
They really have, yeah. And like you say, they get used to the officials, and it's also who they have in the game at the time and who's playing with who, and that'll all come. They'll get better and better. Nice.
Count it, and one. Johnson.
He's taken over as their point leader, I believe.
King picks up the foul. Hey, you got that right. Johnson with 13 in the ball game.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can have quiet 13.
He's just been the offense they've needed when they went stagnant there.
And they can't convert, though. He's kept them in the ball game. They're only down 9. Garrett Jefferson out top. Scramble. Good hustle in the play there by Brian Allen. Boy, he had 10 quick points in this first quarter, and he hasn't scored since as Brian Allen.
Right.
Played good defense right there, almost came up the steal.
Yeah, Staten trying to make his move.
Lob.
Oh, he threw it in.
You can't do that, but I tell you, I don't know if Kenny King could ever do that again. Throwing it in right in front of the bench.
I think he was looking for.
He went for a lob for Clark, didn't
he? Yeah.
And he just made the basket.
Yeah.
A hook shot.
So wave it off.
If that was a horse game, you'd be a winner. Tip inside won't go. 30 seconds to go. At 3 ball. Boy, they've been cold in the quarter from the perimeter.
That's Brian Allen, who's earlier was nailing those shots.
Kick out. Let's see they hold for 3. They will. Shot clock really about a 1-second differential. And I don't know if that's the foul you want if you're a Steam
because they're going to
fan.
shoot there.
Yes, they are.
Fouled him out. Just a bump foul right out here by half court.
So the penalty is in effect. And that means to the line will be Kenny King. Well, let's see. He just made a 3. He waved off from the inbound play. He knocks down the first of 2.
There you go. He got his first point. His real point. 2 fouls in the game for King.
I don't know if you can see that from our broadcast vantage point, but I am terribly impressed with the support. The area, Pontiac and Livingston County, that's in central Illinois, has come out. There's a scramble, loose ball, shot won't go. Can they get one off at the buzzer? No, and that's the way the quarter and half will end. Great support out of the Pontiac community and area, and the Sixers have delivered here in the first half. We'll come back with halftime stats, scores, and an interview with Ed Schumer, the commissioner of the MPBA. The Sixers enjoying a 10-point advantage. Pontiac 61, Gateway 51. This is MPBA basketball on MPBA.tv.